Well, you know what they say. If Wario tweets about it, it has to be important. This has actually been something that I have been interested in for a while, and it is now finally available for pre-order. We're talking about the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Link Figma figurine. Now, I do have other Figmas from the Legend of Zelda series, but not the Tears of the Kingdom specific one. This one is really, really cool. There's actually two variants. There's a variant that's going to cost you about 136 US, and then there's another variant that's going to cost you about 70 US. We're going to talk about the differences, and you can make the most informed decision that you'd like. There are a slew of links to buy this from, no pun intended. You'll notice, though, that the Amazon figure right now does, it says not currently available. This is probably because Amazon offers free shipping, and Amazon is probably going to have a pretty competitive price at $135. We'll talk about price in a minute because that actually does play a big role in where I personally bought it. But your mileage may vary. I understand not everybody lives in good old US of A watching this video, so it may be different for you. That's why I wanted to talk briefly about that for all my friends across the pond, in either direction. But right now, the Amazon edition is completely unavailable. You can pick up the standard edition, though, for 70. And again, because it's Amazon, if you have the Prime, you get the free shipping. Don't worry about the two variations quite yet on what they include. We'll talk about those in a moment. If you want to pick it up at Entertainment Earth, it's going to run you $150, but that does include free shipping in the United States. If you pick it up from Big Bad Toy Store, it's $150. However, they require a $15 non-refundable payment, and it does require a $4 flat shipping fee. However, you can pay an extra $3 and they'll do what they call package grade collection. So if you're somebody who wants a really nice figure and doesn't want it to get all beat up, this is the best way to do it. They like triple wrap it and bubble wrap, and it's like, it's going to be in pristine condition. They actually even go through, from my understanding, and they'll look at the stock they have, and they'll make sure they get you a box that doesn't have any damage. Now, for me, first thing I do when I get it is I rip it open and do a video for you guys, and we take a look at it, and I pose it, and I put it on my shelf, and I routinely move it around and change the pose and the weapons and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't matter to me, but if you are a diehard collector that wants to keep it new in box, I would strongly recommend Big Bad Toy Store with that collector shipping. You could also pick it up from Good Smile. That's actually where I picked it up. You notice that at Good Smile, the price is significantly cheaper, but you do have to pay shipping. Now, for me, Good Smile was the best deal because I was able to get it for, I think, about another $11 shipping. So it came out to like $132, $133, which was good. But note that is only available this way via if you live in the United States or in Canada. If you're international, then Good Smile, at least the US store, won't work for you. But there's other places to get it too. There's CD Japan, which is 16,000 yen. There's Ami, which is 16,000 yen. And there's Amazon Japan, which may or may not work, which again is about 16,000 yen. Here's another picture of that. And if you're wondering, 16,000 yen is about 110 bucks. So obviously the price does fluctuate ever so slightly, at least in US dollar. You know, you could check to see what works for you. Sometimes though, with these international companies sending you various shipping from international, you do have to pay different handler fees, or sometimes you have to get a third party to actually intersect and to be the ones to provide the shipping. So there may be a pass-through there. So even though this is the cheapest, be forewarned, there are probably some hidden fees that are kind of associated with that, okay? So the $70 edition is going to get you basically like your foot in the door. It's going to get you your standard Link figurine. You could see him wearing that really, you know, the typical hero's tunic, that nice blue color. He's got the Master Sword. He's got the Hylian Shield. He stands on a base. He's got the scabbard, which goes behind his back. He also has arrows, which can clip on, and a cape, which is really, really, really cool. I like that attention to detail because if you think about playing Zelda and you're running around, you usually have the arrows dangling behind you because the kit is really, really cool. So if you go ahead and buy this edition, you're going to get, let's magnify this because I am blind. And maybe I'm not that blind. you're going to get a pixelated Link. You're going to get the sword, the master sword with the scabbard, which can be clipped onto Link's back. You're also going to get the shield. This piece is just so he can hold the shield in his hand. And you're going to get a couple different hands. You're going to get one that holds a sword. You're going to get a closed fist, open fingers. You're going to have him being calm. You're going to have him yelling. You're going to have his cape. And you're also going to have him just kind of looking his normal stoic. He's also, like I said, a lot of attention to detail here. You can even see some of the clips of like the batteries on his side. They did a really good job with his arm, where you can see, you know, obviously his arm is not his arm. It's a different arm, but that looks nice. Good attention to detail. And the one thing I like about Figmas in general is they're very easy to pose and style. And depending on how you pose them, because of so many points of articulation, like double knee joints, which are really nice. The toe actually has some bending to it as well with the ankle. You can get some really cool poses. And they show a lot of these poses with this plastic bar behind it, which I hate personally. But if you want like a pure action pose, you know, you could probably disguise it in such a way. That pin does basically plug into his back, kind of holds him in place. It's not like the traditional C clip, which is like a girdle around him, which is nice. So you can get some really cool action poses here if you want to get good attention to detail of him, like lunging forward with the sword. Remember though, Link is left-handed. That's a big faux pas. If they forgot, Link is left-handed, but I know. Thanks, Nintendo. Thanks, Wii U, for making a hand-controlled game which turned Link into right-handed. My Links are all left-handed because Link is left-handed. But like I said, you can pose this actually standing up. Maybe not as great of a pose as some of the other ones, but you do not need that bar, which is really, really nice. That'll get you, like I said, that's kind of like to get your foot in the door on what you can expect figurine-wise. Here is the more advanced edition, and something I just noticed actually too. Let me go back and look really quick. You know, it's almost like I should have done my homework, right? So they have a better picture of his scabbard. Are those arrows, is that the same arrows? It is. Okay. Sorry. I thought that for some reason I thought the quiver was different, but it's not. Okay. So the $150 edition, what's it going to get you? Well, it's going to get you Link. It's going to get you the same kind of Link as you saw before, but it comes with a lot more accessories. There's a good pose where you can see him kneeling. I don't know if he would stand up on his own. I feel like he would tip over. But you could see that double knee joint there and how well you can pose that, especially with the toe. You get some really, really good like articulation. You'll notice some new accessories are making their way into this edition, like the wooden shield. And a really, really cool bow and arrow. He even got his finger sitting there as a guide to hold the arrow in place. And it even comes with a glider. I'm sure there's somebody over here holding this in place. That looks so, so cool. Why do I keep doing that? And even more, you can attach a rocket with the flame boost to your shield, holding on Rocket Link, flying into no, I'm hiccuping. Oh my God, I'm flying into the air. He even has the pool, so you can have him using the power to kind of blow through the bottom. And wait, yes, there's even more. They did the stick with the rock hammer, which if you're like me and you're starting to kind of get into the depths now, you're probably using this configuration quite a bit. So now you can start to see some really, really cool poses, like him drawing his arrow and, you know, doing all the cool things with his rock hammer. This edition includes significantly more stuff, lots more accessories, lots more to play with. This to me is like the toy to play with, because you're going to want to have all of these cool accessories. And if you look at some of the, can I even scroll in? Will it even let me? Oh my goodness gracious. Can I even scroll in? No, I can't. If you look at some of the attention to detail here on the glider with the streamers in the back, and the attention to detail on the rock hammer with all the little creases on the rock, and oh, there we go. The bow with all of the really cool kind of tech. Now, it doesn't have the actual string. I don't think that's a huge deal, but he's got a standard arrow. He's got the rocket with the flame on it. He's got a different arm that connects, so you can get more attention to detail on his arm. Same cape, same Hylian shield. But this, to me, is such a cool set. I love this. This looks so, so good. I have already pre-ordered this. This was a day one pre-order for me. Absolutely had to have this. This looks so much fun to play with and to pose. And I think if you're a huge fan of this game, as it's hard not to be, you're going to find lots of fun ways to pose this figure and to really get some good value out of that. And that, like I said, is going to cost you a little bit more. That's why I started off the beginning of the video going through some of the price points to kind of give you a choice. What I will do to make it easy for you is I'm just going to post our good boy Wario's link in the description below. Just click through any of these. These are all the links that I opened. Again, for me, it turns out Good Smile is actually the best deal. But your mileage may vary, and depending on the edition you get, it may be cheaper for you to buy it somewhere else. I can't wait for this. This isn't going to come out for a while, but when it does, rest assured, I'll be doing a video. By then, maybe I'll have figured out how to do unboxing a little bit better, and we are going to open it up and play with it and pose it together, and I just can't wait. That'll wrap up today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.